YouTubers, I'm listening to more gang stalking videos. And I'm listening to this guy on the internet, and he's talking about how he thinks he's got the interviewee says, have you got implants in your head? You know, he goes, are you hearing voices? He goes, well, and then I think he says there's two kind of categories of hearing voices, and he goes, yeah, you can pick up on them in the x-rays. And then he goes, yeah, I think there's implants in my head. See me? I've shaved off my head. I shave off my head, right? Down with a razor blade. And there's no scars on my head. They don't want... There's nobody... I don't think there's anybody with... There might be special cases with implants in their heads, but I think most people... Ear. Top of their mouth there. In the neck. And other places in the bodies if you've been stupid enough to get like big major injections or operations and stuff. What have I figured out in the last hour or two? Well, if you watch the mechanics, if you know what you're watching, then you can watch the mechanics of something. You can even reflect on the mechanics or attitudes, behaviours and so on of what you've seen to get a grasp on the mechanics. And this is what I think I've figured out. Yeah, they can put voices in my head, suggestions. They can even put a little friend there who's agreeing with everything and teaching you stuff, and who actually leads you out of trouble and looks like he's on your side. It's all controlled. It's all controlled. Same thing. I think they can hear through the chips, but I know for a fact from the things that I've heard, if I shut my mouth, keep my mouth shut, they can't read my mind, and they're only getting their cues from their bio readings and what they can hear. Okay, those are the only two things they have. They can't see through your eyes, and they can't read your brain. Now, having said that, it's a communication thing, these chips. So I'm looking at these people now who are doing all these things, these gang stalking stuff, and the way it's all super timed and played out like an orchestra and a ballet. And there's only one conclusion, mate. There's only one conclusion that I can come up with. They've got a chip as well. They're chipped as well. But their chips are like dual purpose chips. They can also listen into us. They can't affect our chips. They can listen into us. And they're using emitters in the house, you know, because chips have frequencies, ranges. So they might use amplifiers, emitters, yeah, to bounce the signal, to amplify it so they can listen from across the road and stuff like that. I mean, when I pulled up in a taxi yesterday outside the shop, taxi wheels stopped. I got out of the car. The taxi driver was trying to distract me with some bullshit about watch what I'm doing. I'm 51 years old. I'm getting out of the back of a taxi. Do you get what I'm saying? I used to drive. So I'm not listening to him. And then the 5 or 6 Asian guys that were at the shop broke off like they were in synchronization. All to their own stations. All know what they're doing. It was a queue. Proper on queue. They can only do that if they're being communicated with. Now, if they ain't got devices up to their ears and they ain't got earbuds in and the rest of it, how are they communicating? They're communicating because they've got implants in as well. They can also, when they're not listening into us, they do something, boom, and they communicate with each other. And then, bloop, or they can listen to us and communicate with each other at the same time. But I've also figured as well, human beings being as complex as we are, if our frequencies, personal frequencies, can be interfered with, yeah, to make us sick and the rest of it, and certain sonic things can make us do stuff, like pick someone up or choose to buy something or something like that, What's to say they haven't got a frequency for birds? What's to say they haven't got a frequency for cats and dogs? What's to say they haven't got frequency for bugs? What's to say when sometimes when you wake up and you, oh, I've got a bug bite and it's red, but right in the middle of it, it's a red ring circle, and right in the middle of it is a dot, like an injection. This is what I think. I mean, what good is biomonitoring if it's just about stuff being put in chemtrails and filtered through the atmosphere and then messing with the food? There'd have to be a lot more. There'd have to be something more than the food that we're ingesting, I think, to help the process along, or make some, I don't know, make us more conductive or something. They have to give to us in sequences over a period. Because, listen, folks, I'm looking at animals and bugs, and they're not acting the way they should be. It's like there's another conscience behind them, and they're not doing what normal animal things they should be doing. They're on a mission. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've seen some weird shit, and I've been putting it down to all this supernatural stuff. But if everybody's chipped and there's frequencies and they can use to control things, doesn't that make you feel a bit more secure and a bit more rational and not off my head and stuff? Does me? Anyway, the reason, I figured as well, maybe these uploads to the YouTube are making it worse. Maybe I'm playing into the hands. But I think the info that I've got needs to be out there. I may be miles off the mark. I may be on the dot. I don't know. But somebody else is going to get this info now. So hopefully it's helpful. See you later.